October 14, 2024. We're in Firebaugh, California. Please give us your full name.
Coach Frank García, head coach of the Senior Falcons.
How long have you been coaching?
Going on 18 years. As a head coach, I got 12. With the program, coordinating the program, we're about 14 years.
Wow, that's really something. Let me ask you, I know that sports teaches a lot of life lessons, but what's the life lesson that you feel it's a must and very important for our kids nowadays?
One of the biggest things that I feel myself that the kids need to kind of adapt to is the life changes from 8th grade to freshmen. So that's why I try to build them up and try to give them a lot of different things that different crossroads they're going to be getting. And all those crossroads, they all have different life choices they have to make. So if I could help them by bringing some of my past situations that I've had and incorporate it to their lifestyle, I'm hoping that I can make them to prosper as good citizens here in Firebaugh, because at the end of the day, we're all one big family, and if we can't take care of each other, then who else is going to do it?
We tell our kids and students that it's very important to stay motivated in school and life. But we as adults, as coaches, what triggers us? What inspires you and helps you stay motivated, even as a professional, as coaches, as an adult?
What keeps me motivated is trying to teach them and trying to let them know there's a process and there's a purpose for what it is that we got going. So, like this year, for example, our season hasn't been the greatest, but there's also a reason for that. We got 7 kids with experience and we have 17 kids with non-experience whatsoever. Never played football at all. So if I can teach them and I can keep them together, so when they go to the high school level, now they're a bigger team. They're more ready for higher contact, a higher level of football. So my motivation is to keep them here and not have anybody quit. So if nobody quits on me, I did a good job as a coach, because it's, like I said, this year it's a little different, because if I can keep everybody here, even if we're having somewhat per se a losing season, but if I can make sure that nobody quits and everybody stays together, I'm 100% okay with that. Because my job is to make sure that everybody's road is going to be different. Lose today, learn today, get better for tomorrow. So if we can do that, we're always going to be upfront on everything. And that's what keeps me motivated. Just knowing that every day and every year and every second and everything that goes into the path of this, it's always going to end up in the same view. They're all going to go through the life. They're going to go through life. So life is the biggest thing that I like to keep the motivation on. So I give them quotes as much as I can. I give them different lectures, everything that has to do with life and what's ahead of them. So that's what keeps me motivated, and that's what's going to keep me active and in these kids' lives. So down the road, 10, 15 years, if God blesses me with more life, I'll see these kids and their families, and if I see that they're doing something that they're not supposed to, I could always help correct them even at that point, even if there's 28, 27 years old, 29, 30, whatever it be, whatever age it comes up. I feel that I could move them like that.
Our youth, they're in big need of role models, and
Correct.
Not only youth but also adults. Who would you like to acknowledge? I know every year is different and there's a whole list, but names that come out that had really helped you get to where you are now and to reach this level of success as a coach.
Well, first of all, my wife, because she allows me to come out here and do this, because it's taken away from my family's time. So she allows me to come out here and be a pillar to all these kids in the community. That's one. And then my other would be my mom. My mom, a single mom, she went through a lot trying to raise us. I seen her struggle but never quit. So I look at that and I use that for my motivation, because if she didn't quit in life when she had so much chances to quit, why am I gonna quit? I gotta keep pushing forward as well. Strong backbone. So that itself motivates me every day as well, because life is precious, and we have to make sure that we enjoy all of our blessings.
Well, the final question is, do you give me permission to make this interview public?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And let me take the time to say thank you for all the work you do. Definitely we notice, and thank you for providing a positive family for our kids, that especially after the pandemic, a lot of these kids need to be connected and belong to a family. What better than to be part of a positive family and staying out of trouble?
And, and I also like to thank, the school board for giving us the opportunity to give us some of the tools that we need to keep moving these kids. Because without them, we wouldn't have access to some of the areas that we have, the facilities, the stadium, the MOT helping us out with keeping the fields nice. So they also have a big part in this. And I feel that with them on our side, we can't lose. We can't lose, because we all work better as a team together. So thank you to everybody else that participates and helps out. So I'm definitely blessed for that.
Those in the shadows, huh?
Those in the shadows, they have to be seen, because at the end of the day, I like to make sure they get their credit, because they also deserve it.
Well, keeping those fields painted and the grass green and everything aligned. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you to everybody that has a part in it. Really appreciate it. For the Firebaugh Falcon family.
You heard it from Coach Frank. Thank you very much.
And thank you. Have a blessed night.